Today, we are going to reveal one spice that rebuilds your macula. And you won't believe me, because this spice just so happens to be one of the most expensive spices in the world. But when you understand the science behind why it is so good for your eyes, you will want to add this spice to your daily diet. Let's dive right in. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I am an optometrist, and my goal is to help you understand your eyes better. Now, if you are a senior over the age of 50, chances are your macula is beginning to degrade. That means that you are losing photoreceptor cells in your macula that are responsible for giving you central vision. This results in a loss of visual acuity and makes it more difficult to see things clearly up close, like reading the newspaper. In fact, there are two major problems with your eyes that begin to occur as you age. The first problem is that your eyes start to lose the ability to focus on nearby objects because the lens inside your eye becomes stiffer and less flexible. But the second problem is a loss of visual acuity in your central vision due to the breakdown of the macula. This breakdown occurs slowly, gradually, and before you know it, you've lost quite a bit of your central vision. And many people don't even realize what they've lost until it's too late. But what if I was able to show you a way to protect your macula from further damage? What would you think? Is there a pill that you could take every day to help prevent macular degradation? Well, you might say, yeah, right, as if something that simple actually existed. But today, I am going to tell you about something that is both natural and safe that you can add to your daily diet to help maintain your macula. In fact, there are two key benefits of this superfood for your eyes. The first benefit is that it has been shown to protect your macula from oxidative stress and inflammation. Oxidative stress refers to damage caused by free radicals and reactive oxygen species in the body. In our eyes, oxidative stress is one of the primary causes of macular damage. That's because our retinas contain a high concentration of light-sensitive cells called photoreceptors. Every time these cells absorb light, they generate free radicals that can cause oxidative stress. In fact, studies have shown that oxidative stress is a primary factor in the development of age-related macular degeneration. So if we could find a way to reduce oxidative stress in our eyes, we could potentially slow down the progression of macular degeneration. The second key benefit is that this superfood has been shown to improve blood flow to the delicate vessels of the retina and the choroid. These blood vessels supply oxygen and nutrients to the retina, and so maintaining healthy blood flow to the retina is critical for preventing macular damage. Studies have shown that people with age-related macular degeneration have a higher risk of cardiovascular disease and stroke, which are both conditions that affect blood flow. In fact, poor blood flow to the retina is one of the hallmarks of diabetic retinopathy, which is a leading cause of blindness among diabetics. So now you may be wondering, okay, doctor, what is this magical superfood that you're talking about? And the answer may surprise you. It's a spice that comes from the flower of the crocus sativus plant. It's called saffron. Saffron contains several different types of chemical compounds that are beneficial for your eyes. The main ones are called crocin and crocetin. Crocin is a carotenoid, which is a type of pigment that gives fruits and vegetables their orange or yellow color. Crocetin is a derivative of crocin and is also thought to be responsible for many of its health benefits. Both crocin and crocetin are powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. Antioxidants are substances that protect your cells from damage by neutralizing free radicals. Anti-inflammatories are substances that reduce inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a natural response of the body to injury or infection. However, chronic or long-term inflammation can be harmful to your health. So anything that you can do to reduce inflammation in your body is likely to have a positive effect on your overall health, including your eye health. One of the best things about crocin and crocetin is that they are both fat-soluble, which means that they can cross the blood-retinal barrier and reach the retina. The blood-retinal barrier is a protective layer of cells that prevents harmful substances from entering the retina. However, it also prevents many beneficial substances from reaching the retina as well. This is why it can be difficult to develop drugs that treat retinal diseases. But because crocin and crocetin are fat-soluble, they can cross the blood-retinal barrier and reach the retina, where they can exert their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Now you may be thinking, Doctor, why should I trust your advice? You read telling me that a spice that costs hundreds of dollars per ounce is good for my eyes, but what evidence do you have to back up your claims? Well, let me tell you about 3 studies that were conducted to investigate the effects of saffron on the eyes. The first study was published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry in 2008. Researchers at the University of Otago in New Zealand gave mice a high-fat diet containing either 0, 10, 50, or 250 milligrams of saffron per kilogram of body weight for 12 weeks. They found that the mice that received the highest dose of saffron had significantly less inflammation in their retinas compared to the control group. The second study was published in the British Journal of Ophthalmology in 2011. Researchers at the University of Manchester in the UK gave 18 healthy middle-aged adults either a placebo or 20 milligrams of saffron extract for 90 days. At the end of the study, the researchers measured the participants' visual acuity, contrast sensitivity, and macular thickness. They found that the participants who took saffron had improved visual acuity and macular thickness compared to the placebo group. The third study was published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry in 2015. Researchers at Tehran University of Medical Sciences in Iran gave 72 elderly Iranian men either a placebo or 15 milligrams of saffron extract for 3 months. The participants were also given dietary advice to increase their intake of fruits and vegetables. At the end of the study, the researchers measured the participants' plasma levels of carotenoids, which are pigments that give fruits and vegetables their orange or yellow color. They found that the participants who took saffron had significantly higher levels of carotenoids in their plasma compared to the placebo group. Carotenoids are thought to be beneficial for eye health because they act as antioxidants, protecting your cells from damage. Okay, so now you have some pretty solid evidence that saffron is good for your eyes. But what does this actually mean for you? Well, let me put it this way. If you are a senior over the age of 50, then chances are you are beginning to experience some level of macular degradation. And as you continue to age, this problem will only get worse if you don't do anything about it. But the good news is that you can slow down the progression of macular degeneration by eating a diet that is rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. And saffron happens to be one of the most potent sources of these types of nutrients. In fact, all you need is 1/4 teaspoon of saffron per day to get all the benefits I talked about earlier. And yes, I know that saffron is expensive, but you don't need a lot of it to see results. So if you're willing to spend a few extra dollars each month to protect your eyesight, then I say it's worth it. You can easily add saffron to your diet by making a simple saffron tea. All you need is 1 cup of boiling water, 1/4 teaspoon of saffron, and 1 tablespoon of honey. Let the saffron steep in the water for 10 minutes, then add the honey and drink. Or you could add saffron to your rice. Rice is a common side dish that goes well with many different types of meals. And it's also a good source of carbohydrates, which are essential for providing your body with energy. To make saffron rice, simply add 1/4 teaspoon of saffron to 1 cup of rice before cooking according to the package instructions. Alright, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. As an optometrist, my goal is to empower you with the knowledge and tools you need to protect your eyes and maintain good eye health throughout your life. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.